Welcome to the 31st meeting of the Honolulu Liquor Commission. Please turn off your cell phones, and when addressing the commission, please remember to state and spell your name clearly and speak into the microphone. Calling agenda item number 1, application number 25-01725 from the Mutual Group Golf Tee Times LLC. Oh. All right.
Good afternoon, Commissioner Christina O'Hara on behalf of the applicant. And to my right is Chris Mutual, one of the owners. His last name is spelled M-U-T-U-A-L.
Okay, Ms. Ryan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Commissioners. This matter was continued from the January 8th, 2026 setting. Public hearing kept open. You have been provided a copy of the February 3rd, 2026 supplemental report prepared by the licensing investigator, indicating for this matter that there are deficiencies with HRS section 28157C that renders us unable to say that applicants with statutory requirements for submission of this application. For deficiencies of 28157C, the commission's options are first to cancel the public hearing, in which case the applicant will conduct the mail out from scratch. When that is completed, we'll reschedule the public hearing before you. Or number 2, the public hearing is continued to be kept open, continued to a date certain while the applicant does the second mail out. So those are the 2 options. I believe it's fair to say that administration's position is that that canceling the public hearing is the better of the 2 options, unless there's time constraints that would prompt the applicant to request the further continued public hearing.
Okay. Do you have an opinion of, did you want it to remain open, or did you want to close it?
We would prefer option number 1. I've been corresponding with Mr. Chow and trying to see if we could get in front of the Aina Haina Community Association to do a little presentation. We've also, I was going to discuss this with Mr. Chow also. We've also thought about, cutting the liquor service area in half, so reducing it by 50%, because we really want to address the community's concerns here. So we don't want to, but we also want to recognize this is a volunteer board that meets once a month. So I don't want to put a time constraint on that, because I don't want people to feel like pressured and that sort of thing.
And what about the deficiency of mailing? When do you think that you'll be able to?
Well, so I think once we do our presentation with the board, what I'm hoping to do is reach an agreement with the board that we could sign, include in our next mailing. That way, this will all go much more smoothly the next time around, because we're thinking of, like I said, we reduced the service area. We're thinking of, specifying the license be limited to certain hours. Like, we can commit to be closing at, what did you say your hours were, 9?
9 to 9.
Yeah, we can commit to those sorts of things. Commit that we're never turning into a bar and all of those items. So we'd like to put that, package that for the association. Hopefully we can reach some kind of agreement. And then when we send out our mailing, it'll be with the blessing of the Aina Haina Community Association. So then it'll go much more smoothly when we're done.
And just for my information, are you allowed to put in additional materials in the mailer?
We're going to have to take a look at that, but we'll advise the applicant what are the restrictions in terms of what can be included in the mail out.
Okay. And then would anybody like to testify either for or against this application? Do you want to testify?
I'm prepared to state the Aina Community Association's position.
If you'd like to testify, please step forward. Or
Is that considered testimony by stating a position of
Mr. Rai?
It is a public meeting, so if someone wants to provide testimony, they are permitted to do so. I will swear the individual in and run a timer.
Actually, I'm appearing as counsel, not as a witness, so I'd like to make that distinction.
Okay, you can make that distinction. That's fine.
So, do you like me to come up to the table?
You have to, yeah.
And I guess if if the gentleman is not appearing as a witness, then I will not swear him in. So
Okay,
Okay.
I didn't know this distinction, so, all right.
Okay.
What would you like to say?
My name is Wei Sun Chao. I represent the Ainana Community Association. The Ainana Community Association has been the organizing group that has basically collected the protest signatures and objections opposing Mutual Golf Group Tea Times, also known as Hawaii Clubhouse's liquor license application. To date, since the last meeting, there's only been 2 emails, neither of which has been responded to favorably by the Ainana Community Association Board of Directors. At this point in time, we wanted to see what would happen at the public hearing. And bottom line is, at this point in time, having filed the protest petitions and given the recent February 3rd, 2026 Liquor Commission licensing investigator findings of procedurally deficient and substantively deficient liquor license application, our preference is that either one of 2 things. We would oppose the taking off calendar, and we would request instead that either the petition, the public hearing be continued to a date certain, and that the time be used by council to, I'm not sure whether it's just to mail out the public hearing notices to the 37 additional registered voters within 500 feet. We had been proceeding all along based on the sworn affidavit under oath by Mr. Benson Kim, who signed on behalf of the applicant, that there were only 85 registered voters, which is what I mentioned at the last hearing on January 8th. Lo and behold, this past Monday, for the first time, we learned that they had understated the number of registered voters within 500 feet by approximately 40% plus, which in our opinion is either grossly negligent or just incompetence. In our opinion, that is a serious deficiency, and I'm not sure whether this board will contemplate mailing the public hearing notices to all of 122 registered voters within 500 feet, or just to the additional 37. We would suggest that it be mailed to all registered voters within 500 feet. The other reason that we want to keep it open is, at this point in time, as I said in my introductory remarks, the Ainana Community Association is very concerned, is not interested in negotiating minor terms, because as I pointed out at the initial January 8th public hearing, the issue is inherent in the business operation, the business plan of Hawaii Clubhouse. And the concern is their operations as Hawaii Clubhouse encourages drinking on an empty stomach. We are concerned that it endangers the health, safety, and welfare of the Ainana community. And it's a position that the Ainana community, as reflected by Glenn Evangeliste and his spouse and Kirkard Evangeliste at the last hearing, has been long held. So as a result, we are requesting, we reject the idea of taking it completely off calendar, because we don't see a likely probability of working out acceptable terms. Instead, we ask either that you find the application deficient, but our proposed suggestion is that you put it on for a certain date, that all the public hearing notices go out according to the rules, the statutory rules and administrative rules of this commission, and that a date, certain be scheduled. The other thing that we were very concerned is we have requested the master voter list of Hawaii Clubhouse within a month after the initial public hearing. I mean, the initial preliminary hearing of this commission back in November. Although we requested a Uniform Information Act request on December 5, we have not yet to this date received the master list, which presumably was filed by the applicant. And we are requesting that be, I'm not sure whether it was properly filed with this commission, but we are requesting that if the commission has a copy, I just spoke to the records section as of yesterday, and they were uncertain whether or not there was a master registered voter list. And I said I couldn't believe that because we had clearly asked for it in our December 5, 2025 public records request as item number 1. There was no objection or any mention about withholding the master list. And as pointed out by the liquor license investigator, it should have been clearly given to us within 1 week, because we're obviously an interested party if we had submitted a protest petition in December. And still, as of today, we still have not received it. So once again, going back to my original comment, that we were shocked as of Monday when we received for the first time the February 3rd, 2026 supplemental licensing report, which, by the way, we had asked for at the original hearing before this commission back in January. And at that time, it was not ready. But the key thing is, even according to Mr. Fung's licensing investigator report, he states very clearly that the applicant was responsible to mail out a master list of 100% of the addresses, of the addressees and addresses required by paragraphs 1, 2, and 3 of 281-57C3. In paragraph number 2, it states that the affidavit, master list, and mailing list should be made available within 7 business days by the Commissioner for Public Review upon request. As I said earlier, not done, even till today. Number 3, as I said earlier, between the options given by Mr. Fung, we would prefer that there be a continued public hearing date subject to Vision of this Act. The other
Can you
concern.
kind of summarize it a bit?
Can we wrap that up?
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to wrap that up right now.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
The concern about, one of the concerns about just taking it off calendar is we're concerned that the protest petitions that have been filed to date, which took a lot of work over December holidays, that they be allowed to roll over and that work not have to be repeated. Okay, in other words, it took a long time for people to go door to door, and we are very concerned about people saying, well, "Why are you coming to us again?
Okay.
You were just here, a couple of months ago."
Reasonable.
All right.
So
Okay.
anyway, so those are the concerns, and so as I said earlier, we oppose, Ms. O'Hara's proposal, and our suggestion is that the public hearing date be scheduled for a date certain, and that way we know for sure that the filed protests stand as is and continue to be valid for whatever period it takes.
Ms. O'Hara, you can quickly, please.
We would object to that. We were all at the last hearing. Our issue with the protests that were garnered to date were garnered by spreading misinformation. It was clear from the people who were offering testimony to the commission that they had a misunderstanding about the business and about the process. And we're afraid that those signatures were obtained by further spreading those misunderstandings to the community. So while we are happy to take this off calendar, redo the mailing at 100%, we would ask that, the signatures be obtained again. But before we even get to that, I mean, we would love to meet with the Aina Community Association at their March meeting to dispel some of these, untrue facts. We can't just turn into a bar, right? Like you said, we can't just turn into a restaurant or a nightclub. we want to be able to tell the truth to these residents so
Okay.
that they know what they're signing.
All right, so I would entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Wait,
Do you
I
have-
have a question.
Oh, go ahead. please.
Well, I have a question on our side. If we have someone that is going to be testifying,
Oh, he already did.
oh, that he
No,
put,
yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
as long as he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
listed as a
All
testifier.
right,
Okay,
is there anyone else who'd like to testify? All right,
okay, then I'll make the
Very good.
motion. I got it. Ooh, the commission may go into an executive session for the following reasons. Pursuant to Hawaii Revised Statute Section 92-4 and subsection 92-5A4 to consult with the board's attorney on questions and issues on a matter pertaining to the board's powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities, and pertaining to agenda item number 4, application number 25-01725. I'll entertain a motion to go into an executive session for this purpose.
So moved.
second. It's been moved and seconded. We're in executive session. Okay, so we're back from executive session where we discussed with council some of the options available to us in terms of either closing or leaving the hearing open. So some clarification. Regardless of how we vote here today, protests stay with the application. So they will move from this hearing to any future hearing, and you don't have to resubmit that.
Thank you.
However, if you resubmit something else, we're going to remove any duplicates, obviously.
Oh, okay.
One per
Okay,
voter.
okay.
So that's the first part. The second part is, well, I'm personally inclined and we'll take a vote on it to close this hearing and reopen it. That will enable us to have kind of closure of this part. Then all of the documentation that was requested, we're starting with kind of a fresh, mostly a fresh slate, except for the protests that were lodged in the record. That's kind of where we are right now. Any statements from the commissioners?
I agree.
Concur.
Okay, and then, did you want to say anything?
Well, I guess we just question how those protests were obtained. So then I guess if they are gonna roll over, my question would be, how do we vet or lodge an objection regarding those? Because it seemed to me that the people who signed those were probably given misinformation.
Potential.
Okay, that part, I don't know. We'll have to ask the administration on that in the future because you can't actually contact them to try to change their.
Exactly,
Okay, so-
exactly. But we all heard the testimony that day.
Okay, so.
But I will say this though, right, that however we determine on this, right, it's still the same application number and everything that's the same, which is consistent with someone that heard or got the number, right, and got a public hearing notice, right, and then turned in their things, right? And so when we look at it, if it's the same license or application number, how do we then also disqualify those people that took the time to do that for your same license? However, they were determined to be reached out to or talked to, any of that stuff, right? Because ultimately they took the time to do something on that license number, application number, right? So that's where our dilemma is in saying they should just be wiped out, because if we close this public hearing and it gets voted and we do another mail out, everything else, you still will have the same application number and everything else. The only thing that you're going to have different, right, is your view of how the information was given to them.
Right.
But you also, in the previous portion of this, when the mailing went out originally, you had your ability to figure out a way to get to the Aina Haina community and give them the information you wanted to, right? Because that's why the mailing went out. That's why you go to the public, or you're supposed to ask for the public to meet at the community board and all of these things, right? So that's all. We're trying to come to a way of giving both sides some ability to keep what they've done work-wise and keep you in the same place you are, just doing a new mail out, right?
Yes, so that brings me to the other point. So normally the mail outs just go with just the notice, right? But these individuals, we understand, have the ability to go door to door and say,
Potentially say things that may not
right,
or may be correct.
and
Okay.
we're not there
So
for that.
that's what's a kind of a dilemma where I see
Okay,
it.
so I guess I look at that as political action, right? If I'm a person that is going to run for office, I can get the mailing list and send anybody whatever I want, saying who I am, what I am, whatever. I mean, unless I'm wrong, if there's a rule out there that doesn't allow you to mail out separate information, boasting your business to those people that you're mailing out a public hearing notice to, that's your determination.
We're not allowed to go door to door like they are.
Oh.
That's what I heard, what it sounded like from the other opposing attorney. He and his group went door to door.
I didn't go to the.
I didn't say you, I said
Yeah.
opposing attorney.
Okay, all I'm
People
saying
on
is
your
that
side, if you would
the-
listen to what I said correctly, I said people on their side potentially went door to door and could have said something that may or may not have been complete fact. We don't know this.
However, that's outside of the control,
Correct.
okay? And furthermore, based on your earlier statements or your counsel's earlier statements, you were going to meet and state your case while you could.
So Sir,
during this process,
can
right?
I just interject?
So, as
The day
far-
after we met here on January 8th, I think it was the Thursday. I reached out, I phoned the head of the association, the lady, can't remember her first name. And I spoke to her for 5 to 10 minutes on the phone. I asked her if you would like to come down or we can meet with you at any time. As very often, come on down, let's have a talk. And she said she'd have to get back to me. She has not reached back to me.
Well,
One of the-
sir, that's
yeah.
beside the
No.
point, based on the representations made before this commission. And based on the information that we had, is the discussion we did to try and balance it out for the benefit of all parties.
And so.
So we'll, licensing and administration will work with the applicant to help, because we have not implemented rules governing these issues in terms of what the degree of advocacy, the applicant can do in terms of mail outs or meetings or what have you. We'll do the best we can directly with the applicant.
Okay.
Okay, and so I would entertain a vote to close this hearing. Then you will cancel
Yeah.
this,
Use the-
cancel this.
Cancel the public hearing.
And then everybody will have an opportunity to redo their mailers, to get the list of the mailers, and we can go forward from there.
But you mean with 37 other potential?
Yeah, but you have to do the
The whole
full
thing,
one.
the whole
redo the
1.2.
mailing,
Full
yes.
mailing. And so at that point, you'll also get the list.
So I want to clarify. So I know we're not allowed to ask people to change their mind, but if we are mailing to the full 122, so the people who've already signed a protest will receive our mailing again.
Yes.
Are we allowed to put anything in our mailing describing our business and asking if they would offer support so that they could have the ability, because I think people should be given the ability to change their mind. Like that is a fair
I think
thing.
there's two aspects. So Mr. Rai, can you?
Administratively, they'll handle it, right?
We're gonna need to take a look at that because contained in the notice of public hearing is one thing as opposed to contacting them in a separate mailing.
Advocacy
Yeah, so but we need to
Yeah,
take a
you can
look
work
at that.
directly with administration. on that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
My other proposal though would be if, if Lahaina Community Association is going to go door to door, if we could establish a protocol where like we could have one of their representatives and one of ours go together, that way we can make sure people are receiving information fairly. Right, because if somebody going door to door says, well, you don't want them to turn into a nightclub, our person could say that is not true.
Okay, I think
That's
let's
beyond.
but we'll close this hearing and then we'll come
Fair
back.
enough.
We'll actually have quite a bit of time because it's a 45-day notice, right? Once you have the mailing completed.
True. And if you could encourage, I know Mr. Chow has indicated that they don't want to meet with us, although we've been asking since October. Like
Yeah.
we really would hope you guys could encourage a meeting. Like
We encourage it. We sit here right now, we encourage you guys to meet, right? But it's not our goal to need to arbitrate these things.
Right.
And, responsible alcohol service within our communities is what we all want, right?
Yeah, Commission can encourage, but they cannot order.
Right.
Yes.
Certain activities like.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, so I will make a motion to cancel the public hearing on application number 25-01725.
Second?
okay, it's been moved and seconded to cancel application number, 25-01725. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, this application is now canceled and.
well, not application, right?
I know.
Public hearing.
Public hearing. Thank you for the.
Yeah, the public hearing.
hearing is not
Public hearing
canceled.
is, yeah.
It'd be good.
Thank
Can we find out what the petition said? What they said, because I'm,
It's in the public record, though.
but did each of the individuals at the homes read it?
We
We don't
this we
know.
can't know.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
as much as we know. Okay,
Okay,
All right.
fair enough.
calling the next item.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Could I ask, another question?
It's already done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could I ask another question?
He already,
You can, ask with the.
Talk to administration.
Administration.
Well, this is regarding the special permit. I'm assuming since the special permit expires as of February 28th, As of March 1, no liquor service can be
It's-
done legal.
Okay,
So
so
that's
just for
what-
clarification, that of February 28th of 2026, so they still have a lot of time, and that's not on the agenda for us to discuss this. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Calling agenda item number 2. Application number 26-01525, Events International.
I know. Just like-
Pretty long.
I know, Eric gets to go first.
And for the record, the applicant and myself serve on a nonprofit board together, but it will not impinge on my ability to be fair and impartial in this matter.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Rick Schneider for Events International.
Okay, wanted
Well, simply put,
Describe
this is, this is.
Can you walk us through your event?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the 4th iteration of Boots and Beer at Bishop Museum. We've successfully had this event for three prior times, and this is literally a rinse and repeat. It's exactly the same in terms of the way it's been set up and working successfully.
Okay.
And you're expecting the same amount of attendees as prior? Or is
Actually,
it,
we've
has
been
it
seeing our
grown?
numbers come down.
Oh, it's come down?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I mean, I think country music is not quite as popular with the local community as it was.
No other questions.
I have no other questions.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve, application number 26-01525.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve application number 26-01525. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you.
Okay, calling agenda item number 3. Almost there.
Children share.
Through application number 26-01555, through Child Charities. Hello.
Aloha, good afternoon, Commissioners. Lance Suchia for Groove Child Charities, LANCETSUCHIYA.
Okay.
The other one on the Great Hall.
Any questions?
None.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve application number 26-01555.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 26-01555. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Thank you. Calling agenda item number 4, application number 26-01556 from Honolulu Festival Foundation. Hello.
Commission, I'm Rochelle Mararagan, RACHELLE Honolulu Festival Foundation Director.
This is your yearly event?
Yes, this is our 30th anniversary.
Oh.
For the liquor license, we're requesting for the convention center, and for sake and foods, tasting and sampling is the 4th year.
All right. Commissioners, any questions?
So it's just the middle ballroom, correct, on the ground floor?
Yes,
Was that the same as last year?
yes.
Yeah.
No question.
I have no questions.
Make a motion to approve application number 26-01556.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 26-01556. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling for preliminary hearing, application number 25-02145 from Umi LLC.
Good afternoon, Chair, members of the Commission, Greg Nishioka, authorized agent appearing on behalf of the applicant. We received investigators crew's initial report as well as a supplement, which has a couple of corrections. I have no changes there too.
Okay, commissioners, any questions?
No questions.
I have no questions.
Make a motion to approve application number 25-02145.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-02145 for advancing to, just preliminary here. Any nays or reservations? Two public hearing now. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, but I. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Calling application number 26-01553 from MIBB LLC. Lou.
No, Michael Keolanui, MIBB LLC, MICAHKEOLANUI.
Okay. Can you talk us through your event?
It's a luau event. We cater the food and we cater the bar in a cool event.
And it's a pretty large space, like it's a lawn space and a clubhouse and a walkway is
The parking lot.
all right. Questions?
How would you be regulating the liquor service? You got 350 people, expected 350 with minors.
We do have security, I guess.
Is that
And-
in-house, special duty?
In-house. Yeah.
So a question, since there is possible children there, do you plan to ban those that are over 21 so that they're the only ones that are gonna be able to be served drinks?
Yes, sir.
And where will that banding take place? At the bar or when they first come into the event?
Entrance, yeah.
At the entrance?
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
I have no other
questions.
questions.
Where's the entrance? You mean in the lawn area or in the like large, I don't know, patio?
They actually go through that the building there.
Yeah.
As a check-in, there's actually like a merch area in there and stuff like that. So they go through there.
Oh, and that's a and that's a fence that they walk across that narrow area to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other. Oh, okay. It looked like it was just open to the parking lot was. Gonna be
Barricades.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I have no other questions.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve application number 26-01553.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 26-01553. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, calling agenda item number 7, Liquor Commission, discussion of the 2026 legislative session. First up for discussion is HB 1909 relating to liquor licenses. And we have, did you print out the, oh,
I think it's
there was your testimony and then I emailed.
Yeah.
Too. Okay.
So that was distributed by email. I did not run copies
Okay.
but I can.
No, it's all right.
Oh.
But if we can kind of review what's in the testimony and if there's any changes, we can make any changes or discuss it. Then we should go into executive session a little and
HB 1901.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, actually, let's do HB 2613 because it looks like that's not going to move anywhere. And the purpose of my putting it up for discussion, and that was for cannabis infused drinks with THC based on hemp, which I guess is currently illegal if this bill does not pass. And so we don't have. If this were to be legal, would you be allowed to make cocktails like that? Seems like something people would do, and it wasn't clear how we would handle it in our rules. And I would make the recommendation that in statute they should just tell us rather than letting us figure it out. So that was kind of my goal in bringing that one up. But since it looks like it's not going to go anywhere, we can push that one to another day.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah. And now we can talk about HB 1901. Let's see, maybe we should bring it. Well, anyways, are there any questions that we want to discuss before going into executive session?
No.
All right.
I'll run copies of both items.
Good.
Oh, you, Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
Oh, on it, okay,
Oh, awesome.
okay, so.
So,
Yeah. I
the
just- I didn't
commission
know
may
if they
go
were gonna
into
use
an
it or not.
executive session for the following reasons pursuant to whatever statute section 92-4 and subsection 92-5A4 to consult with the board's attorney on questions and issues in a matter pertaining to the
thank
board's
you.
powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities, and relating to agenda item number 7, discussion on 8, House Bill 1901. I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session for this purpose.
So moved. Second.
Then moved and seconded to go into executive session. Say. Okay, we're back from executive session where we were discussing the potential to support HB 1901. We have submitted to us the agency's potential testimony, which we've directed the agency to write in support. And then we also have in front of us the potential testimony of the commission that we can vote on. I'll entertain a motion to enter to support both of these pieces of testimony in support of HB 1901.
Like to make a motion to approve both documents in support. One by the administration and one by the commission to be sent out.
For HB 1901.
Yeah, for House Bill 1901.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve testimony in support of HB 1901 from the agency and from the commission. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. We've adopted support of HB 1901. Okay, calling agenda item number 8, liquor administrative matters.
Good afternoon, Chair and Commissioners. Darren Matsumoto, Departmental Staff Executive Assistant, Honolulu Liquor Commission. The agency, we continue to push forward on filling vacancies and also staffing in general. We did make a conditional offer to a contract liquor control accountant. That should be starting rather shortly. Hearings reporter 1 vacant position has been posted as well. And then we're currently requesting approval to post for Hearings Reporter 2, Liquor Control Audit 1, and Liquor Control Auditor 2, and OA 3 in hearings. So we're getting approval for that to move forward to post. We're also Liquor Control Investigator 2 from Enforcement, Alexis Diego. He'll be actually moving over to licensing as a temporary, for temporary help the licensing division work on the backlog. As far as operational, the management team, we did go and visit 3 council members to present pre-budget meetings prior to our actual budget meeting on the 10th of March. We'll also be conducting 3 additional pre-meetings next week as well. And then lastly, this past Tuesday, Supervising Liquor Control Investigator Sato trained both myself and Chief Investigator Neri, as well as our 2 liquor control examiners on the workflow of new applications as well as transfer applications, just so that we can all have a good idea of the workflow, but also work through actual application, go through the process so we can understand what the challenges are and also see if there's ways that we can improve the workflow as well. So we started that on Tuesday. We'll have another meeting next week, and then we'll start actually working in teams on these specific applications.
Okay, great. Commissioners, questions?
Questions?
No.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Very much. Calling agenda item number 9, Liquor Commission, any announcements? Anything else? No? Okay, we're adjourned.